Good afternoon. Today we will talk about the foundation of effective communication, which is active listening. In our rapidly changing world, the ability to truly hear and understand others in the workplace has never been more critical. Firstly, empathetic responding is at the heart of active listening. It's not just about hearing the words, it's about feeling what your colleagues feel, acknowledging it, and letting them know that they are understood. Secondly, we must emphasize questioning, paraphrasing. This means asking the right questions to deepen our understanding and paraphrasing what we've heard to ensure that we've grasped the true meaning of what the speaker is talking about. Lastly, but just as important, is minimizing distractions. To truly listen, we must be present in the moment, free from interruptions or distractions that create barriers to genuine connection. Active listening is not just about a skill, but an art. By practicing empathy, acquiring focus, we can create relationships in the workplace that are more meaningful and achieve better productive communication. Now, moving forward to Victoria to discuss holding judgment.
Thank you so much, Zach, for that information. My name is Victoria, and I will be discussing the second component of active listening, which is holding judgment. So you must create a safe environment whenever discussing with your coworkers or employees in order for them to feel comfortable with sharing their thoughts and ideas during difficult conversations. It is important that you demonstrate a learner mindset, and this just means that you're listening to others with an open mind. This is opposite of a judger mindset, which is someone that has their mind made up and refuses to hear others' point of view. When you are committed to understanding others' point of view, you are showing that you are eager and are willing to understand their needs and wants. All right, well, thank you. And I will pass this along to Vitica, who will be discussing the third point, which is reflecting.
Thank you, Victoria. I'll be talking more about the components of active listening. My name is Vitica Garg, and my point is reflecting. Our first point is mirroring emotions. Active listening means that you reflect on the ideas and emotions of others to help understand the person better, what they're trying to say, and the point they're trying to get across. Some ways that can help you reflect and better understand others is frequently paraphrasing what you hear. Good reflecting statements can begin with phrases like, "It sounds like," "you think," so on and so forth. "Let me make sure I understand," so on and so forth. Or a deeper example is, "So you're not happy with the transition unless we carefully evaluate all costs." That would be the second point, summarizing the main points. And our third point is encouraging further exploration. Reflecting can help you seek opportunities and challenges you face. It can help you better understand what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and what you can improve on. This can be used as a learning opportunity to improve for the future for yourself, your coworkers, your colleagues, and your employers. Now I will be passing it over to Kimberly.
Thank you, Videka. Hi, my name is Kimberly Garcia, and I'm here to introduce one of the components of active listening, which is clarifying. Well, clarifying is just making sure that you have a clear understanding of what the other person means. This includes double checking that you understand the perspective of others and asking them to elaborate their thoughts. This could be asking open-ended questions, which an example could be, "What are your thoughts on?" Clarifying is just requesting specific examples and reframing statements. This could be applied in the workplace when you're speaking to your coworkers or when you are getting trained with your managers and you do not understand such topic. You could say, "Could you repeat this?" Or, "I'm not sure I understand. Could you set an example?" Clarifying is just understanding what the other person means when they're speaking and making sure you understand. Thank you. Now moving on to David.
Thank you so much, Kimberly, for covering point number 4 of clarifying of active components of listening, right? I will be taking over this whole operation and I'll be covering point number 5, summarizing, another component of active listening, right? As for clarifying, you want to summarize everything back. You want to demonstrate that you're maintaining focus, right? That you're in the conversation. Again, a lot of times the conversations may be a very long time, going on for a very long time. and there may be many, many, many different points. So you want to show them that you're still fully engaged, right? Also, you want to show them that you understand the key messages, right, from the whole conversation. Kind of repeat it back to them, be like, so your main points are, or the key points, it sounds like, stuff like that. And again, you're showing them validation. You're showing them that you care about what they say. You're building trust with them in a relationship, especially in business, in the business world, professional world, right? You might be tempted to ask, what's the best way to summarize? How do you summarize? So I'm glad you asked. And there is no best way to summarize, right? The main thing you really want to do is to just kind of go over the main points, kind of repeat it back to them, just over the main key ideas that you got from the conversation. And, make sure that you're understanding everything correctly. They make sure that you're understanding everything correctly. Everybody knows that everybody's understanding everything correctly, right? So now I want to pass on this great presentation to point number 6 of sharing, which will be covered by Caitlin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David, for talking about how important summarizing is in our components of active listening. My name is Caitlin, and I will be talking about our last component, which is sharing. Once summarizing and fully understanding what the other person is saying in a work conversation, or even a personal conversation, it is important to express your own feelings and your own perspectives. It would be unfair not to share your own ideas to you and your audience. And staying silent means you're agreeing to what the other person said, whether it be an employer, a coworker, or your boss. So sharing is our last component of active listening. All 6 together is paying attention, holding judgment, reflecting, clarifying, summarizing, and sharing. Thank you for listening to our presentation about the components of active listening. Thank you.